morning, and welcome to the virtual Greater Boston Church of Spiritualism on the spring equinox. Happy spring, everyone. Please join me in our opening prayer. Infinite Spirit, beloved God, we ask your blessing as we gather here today in community and in harmony. Help us to live in balance. Help us to live in harmony with all of nature and with all people. Help us to remember who we are. As we gather today, bring to us our loved ones so that we may truly know that life and love continues into eternity. We give thanks for your presence within us and around us as we say, Amen. And now as we welcome in spring, I was on Facebook this week and came across a lovely little saying about 10 ancestral teachings that I think will help us all live in a better way as we celebrate this new season to live in balance and in harmony with all that exists. And they are, number one, the earth is our mother, care for her. Honor your ancestors through your actions. Remember, your loved ones are watching, and they're honored when you do the wonderful things that you do. So honor them with all of your actions. 3, open your heart and soul to the Great Spirit, the infinite source of life and love itself. 4, all life is sacred. Treat all beings with respect. Take from the earth what is needed and nothing more. Put the good of all before your own interests. Give constant thanks for each new day and live in gratitude. Speak the truth, but only of the good of others. Follow the rhythms of nature, rise and retire with the sun. And 10, enjoy life's journey, but leave no tracks. Pay attention to how you live your life as we welcome this new season. And let us all live in a respectful and sacred way and be an example for others as we are reborn this spring. And now if you join me in our healing prayer that will appear on the screen before you. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstruction from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and the power of God. And now it is time for our healing meditation, a time where we can let go of the stress and strains of life and just be at peace as we remember who we really and truly are as a part of God. So take a nice deep breath and just allow yourself to be in this sacred moment of now. Wherever you sit, allow yourself to relax and to open to that healing power of God that is all around you. As you close your eyes, just take another nice deep breath and feel that light and that love of God washing over you, cleansing you and clearing away all that no longer serves you. Begin to let go of those stressful feelings and thoughts and just focus on the here and now, breathing in and breathing out. And with each breath in, allow the light and love of God to flow in and to fill every part of that physical body, moving through your bloodstream, reaching into every cell, into every bone, every muscle, and every nerve, every organ and every system. Just allow that entire body to fill with life. And as you breathe out, release any dis-ease, discomfort, anything that would get in the way of your perfect state of health and well-being. And know that this healing power of God lies within you. And as you breathe in that life, it awakens that healing power and brings to you what you need in this sacred moment of now. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel your body relax more and more. And imagine that light gently traveling through your mind, quieting that busy mind, moving all of those thoughts far away. Just imagine a peaceful river flowing through that mind, clearing the pathway so that only light and only love continues to exist in that mind. Feel all those busy thoughts, all those worry thoughts, all those fearful thoughts moving down that river of light far away where they can be transformed. And as you breathe, feel that love, that pure, unconditional love filling you and filling your mind with thoughts of love and connection, thoughts of oneness, as you begin to realize yourself as a part of God, as a magnificent Spirit of God, connected fully and completely in every moment. And just allow that connection to fill you, that love, that peace, that harmony that flows from the divine. Feel the inspiration that flows, filling your mind with thoughts that uplift you and remind you who you truly are as a Spirit of God. As your mind expands and opens to the inspiration around you and your body relaxes, just feel that pure, unconditional love of God washing over your emotional body, your energy body, filling your auric field, filling your heart, filling your soul, so that you may become aware of who you truly are as a spirit. Just breathe and feel that love gently lifting you and carrying you higher and higher above this physical plane and moving you into a land of light and beauty. And imagine yourself now being placed in a beautiful garden. All around you, you can see the flowers bursting forth in all of their magnificent colors and scents. And just off to the right is another little garden. And you can see that every seed that's growing in that garden has an angel standing beside it, whispering to grow. As you move toward that little garden, you can see that all of these seeds exist within you. And you can feel the inspiration and the love of the angels as they surround you and support you, whispering to you to grow, to allow those seeds of goodness within you to grow and come forth into the physical world, where you can give birth to love and patience, to kindness, to compassion, to understanding, to all the goodness that exists within you. And as you watch this beautiful little garden begin to grow, you could see the rays of God's love shining down upon each and every seed, helping it to grow, helping it to thrive. And you can feel that light of God within you now, helping you to grow and thrive and be all that you can be. For deep within you is all the goodness that you ever needed. And it's ready and waiting to bloom and to come into existence onto the physical plane right now. Feel the love and support and those healing rays bringing to you exactly what you need. And feel those rays of light and love emanating out from you, flowing into the room you sit, flowing out beyond the walls, filling your town, filling your city, and feel the rays of God's light continuing to emanate from you, sending healing and love and peace into the world. And just imagine you as an extension of God's love, shining that light wherever you go, bringing that light into every circumstance and every experience. And as we feel that connection and that oneness to God's love, we feel ourselves lifting higher and higher above that garden, looking down upon the physical earth and seeing and feeling the rays of God's love, that healing power that's filled with peace, flowing down upon the planet, bringing to Mother Earth what she needs to thrive, and bringing healing and love to every being on this planet, so that every being may know their oneness with each other and with the divine. Know that healing power is there for you now and is there for you always, as we hold that vision of our world healed and that light of God continuing to shine through us, around us, and from us, wherever we are. Breathe deeply now and take that love, take that healing, take that peace deep within you. Breathe it in and breathe it out into the air that you breathe. Allow this love to surround you always, so that you may walk in this love and peace and carry it into your world wherever you go. Feel the love of the angels still whispering to you to grow and to thrive, and know they are always with you, helping you every step of the way. As you remember who you are, you can hear those whispers, you can feel their love. Take a nice deep breath, knowing you are surrounded and filled with the healing power of God and the support of the angels and the loved ones, and that will never change. Just feel yourself gently coming back to the room, knowing that you are loved. Take a nice deep breath. And as you open your eyes, smile and rejoin the world, knowing we are all part of each other, here to make our world a better place. And if we're all back, I'd like to ask you to read with me our Declaration of Principles. In spiritualism, we have no rules or regulations, nor dogmas or creeds, but we do have a set of principles that help us to live our lives in the best possible way. So please read them with me. We believe in infinite spirit and that God is infinite spirit. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite spirit. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of an individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule: whatsoever ye would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm the moral responsibility of the individual, and that they make their own happiness or unhappiness as they obey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. And we affirm the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. So happy spring, everyone. Spring has arrived, and how wonderful is that? With the arrival of spring and the availability of the vaccine now getting closer and closer to being present for every one of us, we can look forward with hope and joy to a future that might bring us back to a new normal life. But spring is a time of renewal, of rebirth, of resurrection. And it is a time where we can begin to see the earth coming back to life. We can see the little green buds starting to appear on the trees, and we look forward to that time when our earth will be green again. Isn't that color green so important? When we see all the grass is green and the trees green, we just feel that life force flowing into us, don't we? Green is important. It's healing energy. It's life force, and we all need it. So as we look to the green and nature coming back alive, it calls us to come back to life, doesn't it? After our hibernation this winter and throughout this pandemic, we can feel the energy of the earth coming back fully and bringing that energy to us for our spirits to rise so that we may truly be the divine spirits we were born to be, expressing the divine in all that we do. Springtime is about the flowers blooming, the beauty coming through the earth and coming to each and every one of us. Spring is a time of planting and harvesting. And I don't know about you, but I know when I see those little crocuses coming up and those little tulips starting to break through the earth, it brings me great joy. And we begin to think that the work that we did last fall in planting those bulbs, now we will see the fruition. Now that we'll see the fruits of our labor and see those beautiful flowers coming into being. And the gardens remind us that we have a garden within us, just like in our meditation. Deep within us is a magnificent spiritual garden, filled with seeds of love, of patience, of compassion, kindness, joy, all the goodness that we hold within our souls. But we need to care for these gardens, don't we? And the first thing is to remember that we have those seeds deep within us. And the second thing is to nurture those seeds, to bring that light of God deep inside of us every day to the very core, to ignite the light within those gardens so that we may nurture those seeds and bring them forward. And the third thing is we need to prune our gardens. Anyone who has a garden knows how important it is to prune them. And we prune our gardens by letting go of the negativity, letting go of all those things that get in our way of being who we really are. But we also prune our gardens by using those seeds, using those attributes that lie within us. Because the more we use them, the stronger they become, and the more they become a natural way of engaging with life. So the next time you feel aggravated with someone, stop. Take a nice deep breath and bring that love and kindness from deep within. And use that love and kindness to work with that individual. Always try to respond from a place of love and kindness, and your life will be much happier. When we look out and we see our world in turmoil, what can we do about it? We can breathe that peace of God that is deep within us and emanate that peace out into the world. That's how we make a difference. Feeling that divine peace that comes from the divine source and knowing that peace exists at the core of our being. It's not outside of us, it's within. So as we come in tune with that peace at the very core and we bring it forward and we allow it to fill our physical presence, we allow it to fill our energy body, and we emanate that wherever we are. And we bring that peace into the words we speak, into the actions we take. That's how we change our world. And we live in a state of peace. It's up to us. If you find yourself judging someone else, stop. Put yourself in their shoes and imagine what their life has been like to bring them to this moment. And then begin to respond from a place of understanding, a place of compassion and empathy, so that you may do your part in uplifting them rather than make things worse. We can always make things better. A good thing to do in spring is to plant a physical garden, because that physical garden will remind us of the spiritual garden that exists within us. I had planted a garden in my kitchen this winter. It's actually an aero garden. It runs on water instead of earth, but it has been an amazing experience. My family and I have been growing lettuce and salad greens and tomatoes. And now we get to give our lettuce a little haircut every once in a while and get a beautiful salad. But what I found in having a garden, we could watch each and every day how exciting it was to see things grow and how much love we all put into that garden. Talking to it, caring for it, watching what it needed, and paying attention to it every day. The first thing we'd go to say hi to the garden. But it brought within myself, and I believe my whole family, a new appreciation for what the planet Earth brings to us. What magic is created from that little seed. This tiny little seed is feeding my family a whole salad. I find it thoroughly amazing, and I look and think, what gifts this magnificent planet gives to us. So by planting a garden and watching things grow, it helps to instill a respect for nature, a love of nature, and we begin to treat the earth in a much more sacred way and give thanks for all that it gives. So planting a garden is a great way to celebrate spring. Spring is full of symbolism. It's probably my favorite season with the symbolism that it brings. And one of the things it brings is the spring rains. And those rains wash away what no longer serves us. And it is time for us to look at our lives and to let go of the clutter, to let go of the things that we've held on to, that we've been attached to. A great thing to do in spring is to clean out those closets, clean out your home, and give away the things that you no longer need. Unclutter, lighten up your homes, and it will lighten up you. The funny thing is when we unclutter physically, we end up uncluttering emotionally and spiritually and energetically, and we feel lighter, we feel freer. And when you give things away and let go of all of that clutter, it makes space for new things to come to you. When we have so many belongings, there's no room for anything new to come. So utilize this time, as now that spring has arrived, to unclutter, to let go of the things that you no longer need and give them to someone who could use them. Another wonderful way the ancients used to celebrate spring was with big festivals. And they would celebrate with these great festivals, and there would be a goddess Estra appearing, carrying a basket of eggs with bunny rabbits running all around. Well, we know that symbolism, don't we? We'll be seeing that in a couple of weeks with the Easter Bunny. But the symbolism of those rabbits is fertility. And spring is about life being reborn, the earth being fertile, once again growing new seeds and bringing new life. We see the animals giving birth at this time of year, and we question ourselves, what is within us that needs to be born? What do we hold within us that needs to be brought forward and delivered? We all have wonderful things within us. And just allow whatever it is within you that wants to come up, let it come up, let it rise. Your soul calls to you to bring forth the gifts that you hold deep within you. The eggs that the goddess used to carry was also about our potential. We all came from an egg, right? All of us started in a little egg, and within that egg, it held all of our potential physically. What color hair, what color eyes, what our build would be, what our genetic makeup would be. But it also held the light of God, and it held our spiritual potential. And when we listen to that spirit deep within, we'll be led to our divine potential, to those wonderful divine gifts that we hold within us, like those seeds of love and peace and patience and kindness. We have gifts that are meant to be shared. So listen to your soul and allow yourself to bring forth those wonderful gifts that you hold within, so that you can truly be an expression of God on earth, shining your light and living as the spirit you know you are. You know, Deepak Chopra once said, "We are the presence, observing ourselves, having an experience." We are the presence, observing ourselves. Think about you as an egg. Your presence existed there. Think about you as a baby. Your presence was there. You as a young child. You as a teenager. You as an adult. Your presence existed in all of those stages of life. Your thoughts, your emotions, they all changed. But you, as the spirit, has always been there, and you are still the same you. I think a lot about that now that I'm nearing 70. I know it's hard to believe, but I think about that. I'm still the same me that I was when I was young. That hasn't changed a bit. Yeah, my thoughts and my knowledge and my emotions have all changed, but I'm still me. And that still me will continue long after the body is gone. Because we are not our body. We are not our thoughts. We are not our emotions. We are the spirit that is constant and present in every experience. And we will continue to be here long after the body is gone. We are spirit. And now is the time to really know that, to know that at the core of our being. As we understand that, we live in a very different way. As we start this new season, let us be present and live as the spirit we are, with awareness, with joy. So often we get lost in fear and worry that we're not even present in the present moment. I know it's happened to me, and I'm sure that it's happened to you. But I recently saw a movie, very cute movie, called About Time. And in the movie, there was a father and a son, and they could go back in time within their lifetime. And what the father came to the conclusion was that he could go and live a day with all the fear and anxiety and worry and all the angst that life brought to him. But then he could go back and relive that same day without any of that negative stuff. Just appreciating every moment and every experience and finding the gift that was in each one. And it was wonderful that they got to do redos, but eventually they realized they could live each day from that place of joy and appreciation and gratitude and really be present in every moment so that they never needed another redo. Well, I hope that we can learn how to live as they did, with joy, with gratitude, with appreciation of every experience, because every experience brings us something. So if we can be present with those experiences instead of living in the past or the future, we can live a life that we don't need any redos either. If you get a chance, watch that movie because it's very cute. It's on Netflix. But as we go forward in this wonderful season of spring. Let us live fully as who we are, as the spirit we are. And let us live with appreciation and joy, and really be present in each and every moment. Let us start this season bringing life into everything that we say and do, staying connected to the divine source and bring it forward into every moment. And everywhere we go, let us bring that light, bring that love, bring that goodness, bring that respect and caring and understanding and compassion, because you never really know how the true impact you have on others around you. And you never really know how much someone needed that smile that you gave. You never really know how much your kindness turned someone's life around. You never really know how much someone needed that long hug that you gave, or that deep talk, or just that listening ear that you shared. So don't wait, and be kind. Don't wait for better circumstances to change, and don't wait for people to change so they're worthy of your kindness. Be kind anyway, because you never really know how much you need it. So be kind, my friends. Nurture those seeds of goodness within yourself. Celebrate life and allow yourself to be reborn this spring, and focus on the happiness that you bring to others, because that is how you will be happy. God bless you all, and happy spring. And now we'll have a musical selection by Branigan Reed, who will sing Rise Up.
On a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. We'll bring it to its feet and move mountains.
Branigan for that beautiful song. And now it is time for our spirit communication, where we can receive the wisdom that the spirit world has for us. You know, I don't know who's watching this, but I know the spirit world does. And so I just open myself up and deliver whatever information they bring to me. I'll bring through their evidence, their love, and most especially their wisdom. They love to share their wisdom because it's not just for the one recipient, it's for everyone. Spirit loves to share the wisdom that they've learned from their lives so that we are all better because of it. And that is how they bring their blessings to us, and they are blessed in return by helping us. So we welcome the world of spirit, and let's see who's coming in first. So as I feel the energy of spirit drawing near, I feel like I have a mother and a father both coming in together. I feel like they're holding hands, and they would have been they were a couple who loved each other very much. And I feel like they're coming in to talk to their children, but especially their daughter. I feel like they're carrying in a birthday cake with candles, so I feel like they're singing happy birthday to their daughter. And as I'm blending with them, I'm asking them for a little bit more evidence about them. I feel like as they're standing, they're showing me themselves in their younger years, and I feel like I have a nurse and a doctor here with me, because I feel like she's coming in with a nurse's cap and the white shoes and the stockings, and I feel like she would have graduated nursing school and worked for some time as a nurse, and then left to become a mother and take care of her family. And I feel like the father was a doctor, and I feel like they may have met in the hospital, because I feel like there's a real connection around that hospital setting. But they're just showing me themselves in their early years before the family, and they want you to think of them as how they were in their youngest years, because that's how they want to appear today. I feel like they both live to be very much older, but I feel like the mother especially, wants to remembered as the beautiful woman she was when she was young. She says, not that I wasn't beautiful when I was older, but time did show itself on me, and as my years moved on, I couldn't get around, and I couldn't fix myself the way I would have liked to. So I feel like she wants to be remembered, and I feel like she's showing me a picture of them. I feel like it's a wedding picture that their daughter may still have. But I feel like they both want to be remembered for how beautiful they looked, or how handsome he says he was in their early days before the family grew and grew and grew, he says. And my family really grew. He said they had a beautiful family, and they both adored their children, adored the animals. I feel like she's bringing in a menagerie with her, and because I feel like I have all kinds of birds and dogs and cats, and a lot of animals would have come through their life over the many years that they lived on this earth, and I feel like she's got them all over there. But I feel like she's bringing them all in, and there's a lot of joy that comes from both of them to uplift to their daughter and to sing to her on this her special day, because they're telling me she was a ray of sunshine in their lives. She was a breath of spring, and the joy of spring was always in their heart whenever they looked at her, because she brought so much joy to them in their lives that you will never know how much she uplifted them and how much she brought to them. So I feel like I just want to send lots and lots of love out to their daughter and sing happy birthday, and let her know that she's loved and appreciated and supported in every single moment of every single day, that they're always there with her, and to never doubt that fact. And I want to leave you with their love and their blessings. I know they could stand here and talk all day, but I feel like they can talk to her. So they're going to go talk to you. And I leave you with their blessings. Okay, thank you. All right. I have a gentleman who's coming in now, and I feel like he's got a great sense of humor. All I want to do with him is laugh. He is really out there as a character. I feel like he's a large gentleman. I feel really short hair, almost a crew cut with him. And I feel like he's neatly shaven. And I feel like he always looked presentable, he's telling me. Like, I feel like his presence was neat and organized, he says. But he was quite a character. He was a very organized type of person. He would have worked in a place where he needed to be organized. I feel like he liked things in order. I feel like he's writing numbers, so I want to be some sort of an accountant or bookkeeper with him, because he's keeping track of all the numbers, and they're really small numbers that he's showing me. So he's showing me the little graph papers and the little numbers that he would have had to deal with. And I feel like I've got special glasses that I had to wear when I went to work. But he's a large gentleman, and he's very personable. Even though he had to be a lot in his head at work, he was out of his head when he was outside of work. So I feel like there's two completely different personalities. He's serious, and according to the book, he does everything, and very serious and very good at what he does at work. But outside, he's somebody so completely different. And he lives large, and he enjoys life, and he brings so much fun wherever he goes. I feel like he would have liked to toast, because I feel like he's bringing me a glass of wine and he's toasting with the wine. So I feel like that would have been one of his beverages that he liked. But I feel like he could throw down a beer as well. And he just was a kind of person that you could relax with. And I feel like he was a really good listener. And I feel like he was very close to his children, because he could listen to them and understand them. He could laugh with them. He could joke with them. And he would have had a wonderful relationship with his kids, and also with friends. I feel like he would have had groups of friends that he would be connected to, and he would have different interests in each group. So I feel like he had many different interests, that when he found something he liked, he would dive right into it. He'd get very involved, and he'd make connections with people who liked the same thing. But he had that in many different ways. So I feel like I've got multiple interests, and I have a lot of things that I'd like to do in my life. And he said there's never enough time to do it all, but he really tried. And when he had an interest in something, he would dive into it. And I feel like he's coming in to inspire us all to dive into our interests, even if it's just for a little bit. Allow yourself to expand what you do, what you like to do, because you never know until you try it. So I feel like he's saying, if you have an interest in anything, go try it out. You may love it. It may become a big part of your life. It may connect you to people that will be your friends forever. But if you don't like it, there's nothing lost. You just try something else. So I feel like he's moving the fences. He's taking down the fences. He's taking down the barricades and say, just live and enjoy your life. And he said, I enjoyed mine. I feel like he went very quickly and very unexpectedly. And I feel like that's just the way he wanted it. He said, I was glad I went that way, because here one day, gone the next, but I lived every moment of every day. And I feel like he wants to encourage his family that's listening, but also everybody else to just live each day fully Go follow those interests that you have and see where it takes you, because you never know all the different roads that you might be led on and all the amazing people you might meet because of that one little interest. So go for it. And I leave you with his blessings. Lots and lots of love. Lots of love from him and a lot of laughter. He's got a big booming laugh, and he's leaving us with that. So thank you for coming in. Okay, I feel like I have a younger woman coming in. I feel like she's not too old. I feel like she's probably late 20s, early 30s, and she's telling me that's when she passed, and that's how she's remembered. And I feel like as she comes in, she's very slight build. She's very narrow. I feel like she's showing me a sweater around over her shoulders, and she's got that sweater clip on. I haven't seen those in years, but the little clips that you could put the sweater over your shoulders and not put the arms in. And that's what she used to do with her sweaters. It's sort of a signature that she would just wear them over her shoulders and not fully wear the sweater. But she liked it that way because she was always had a little chill. I felt like she was anemic because she was really small, really petite, and always was cold. So even in a hot summer's day, she would have that sweater over her shoulders. And I feel like as I'm blending with her more and more, she's bringing me a hairstyle that takes her back a bit. I feel like I'm looking at her in the 50s, maybe, the 1950s hairstyle. And I feel like she's dating herself, that she would have passed during the 1950s or early 60s. She didn't live beyond 1962, she's telling me. So I feel like it was the very early 60s when she would have passed. But I feel like she's an aunt to someone that's watching. I feel like she would have been someone that would have been very close to her nieces and nephews. She's not showing me any children of her own. She's saying my children were my nieces and nephews, and I doted on them. And I feel like as she's bringing me more information, I feel like I would have spent special days with the kids. Like she would take one or two somewhere on an outing, and that would be their special day. And then the following week, she'd take another niece and nephew with her. So she was always taking smaller groups out for outings, not so much taking all of them, because she's telling me she had a lot of nieces and nephews, and she had to dole out the adventures with them. But she liked to take them places, even if it was out for a hot fudge sundae. Those were special outings that she did with her nieces and nephews. And those are the memories that she's bringing me to awaken those memories in you. She's saying those were the special times, because in those little moments where we just shared a hot fudge sundae, we shared the presence of each other. And I feel like that's when she really got to know you, and when you got to know her, in those little moments. And I feel like she's coming in to remind everybody that it's the little moments we spend with each other that are important. It wasn't the big outing or going to a big amusement park. The most special times she shared were those times sitting across at Brigham's. She's bringing me Brigham's. And she said sitting across in a booth at Brigham's and just enjoying a hot fudge sundae. And those were the moments where we shared a lot about each other. And I got to know each and every one of my nieces and nephews because of those moments, who they really were, what their special things about them were. And she hopes that she got to share the special things about herself. But she was more interested in learning about the kids than sharing about who she was, because I feel like underneath it all, she was very shy and quiet about herself. She wasn't someone that was boisterous or would spend a lot of time talking about herself, but she'd love to know about the kids and about the things they did in their life. So the thing that I feel like she wants to be remembered the most is from the listening. She would listen and she would be present with you in those little moments. So spend those little moments together with the people in your life and cherish them, because that's where the important stuff is happening. So enjoy those little moments together. And I feel like she's leaving you with lots of love and lots of blessings. And hopefully you'll all pay a little bit more attention to each other than you did before, because she was here. And I leave you with that. Lovely, lovely, lovely soul. Thank you, darling. Okay, and I think we have time for one more. Let's see who's coming in. I feel like I have somebody marching in really strongly, and I feel like this is a gentleman, and I feel like he's marching as he comes in, and he would have been someone that would have told the line. I feel like he's a man of authority, and I feel like he would have been in the service. He's giving me flat feet. I feel like my feet are hurting from him walking. So he's talking about he was in the service and he used to have to go on all these 10-mile hikes, and he's talking about the problems his feet had later in life because of all that walking. But I feel like he was very disciplined in his life, and as I'm connecting with him, the uniform went from the service into a service uniform. So I feel like the shoes I'm wearing, I feel like I'm a policeman. So I feel like he would have been a policeman, and he would have walked a beat, because I feel like, boy, my feet are killing me. So I feel like he had a lot of trouble with his feet, and he would have walked the beat for many years. But I feel as I'm blending with him, I feel like he had this really great personality, that he got along really well with people. And wherever he was working, he knew everybody in that neighborhood. He knew everybody on that beat, and he knew just how to handle any situation that came up. So I feel like he's got a wonderful personality, and he really did a very good job as a policeman, he's telling me. And he was very proud of the job he did. He was very proud to be a boy of blue. And I feel like he's talking to his family now. He's saying, I try to lead with a good example. And he said, that's the way you teach your children. You teach your children by example. It's not about what you say, it's about what you do. And I feel like he would have gone to great lengths to teach his children how to live their lives in the best possible way by showing them. And I feel like he would have brought them out into community events, into places where they could be of service and they could see how different people lived, and try to help them understand the plights of others. So I feel like he's taking the kids out of their neighborhood and bringing them into other neighborhoods where they can be helpful. I feel like he's showing me he would make them get involved in the cleanups, because I see them with bags of trash and rakes cleaning up areas of the city. And I feel like he would have signed his kids up for community service for the good of them, not as a punishment. And he said they learned how to be involved in their community and how to be involved in other people's lives, and how to come to a place of understanding and respect other people, because everybody doesn't live in the same way, and everybody has different things that they have to deal with in their life. So I feel like he really worked hard to bring his kids up with a full understanding of the plights of others and a responsibility within them to help. And I feel like he's telling me he's very proud of his kids. And I feel like there's one who might be in politics, because I feel like there's one son in particular that he's very proud of, who is working in an organization that is helping people and feeding people. And I feel like all of his children, I feel like he has sons and daughters, and all of his children continue to be involved in organizations that help somewhere. And he says, I feel so proud that I know I did something right when I look at my children. And he said, never forget that we over here are looking at our kids, and we're seeing the result of what our actions and our teachings have brought forth within you. And he said, I'm one proud papa. And he's just beaming as he looks out at his children. And he said, don't forget, we're all over here watching you and hoping that you all do a wonderful job with what we've given you, because life is a gift, and what you do with it is up to you. But we stand here hoping and praying for you that your lives will be better than ours, and that we did something that helped you to create something wonderful in your life. So he's there with many, many spirits behind him, who are all sending love out to their loved ones who are still trying to move through all the difficulties of life. And they all want you to know that they're all there, helping, supporting, and loving you through, and that you all make them very proud as you stand up and do the right thing and help others. So I leave you with all their blessings and lots of love from the spirit world. They are all here to support us and to stand behind us as we move forward into a new season and into a new normal. And they say, we know it's not easy, but we're pulling for all of you, and we know that we've given you the best we had. And I leave you with all their blessings and all their love. And I thank all of the loved ones from the spirit side of life who have drawn close to all of us today to help us feel that support and that love. Thank you. And now we have a few announcements before we close our service. Huge thanks to Dominic Bogue for his amazing workshop and gallery last weekend. If you missed it, watch our website for his return. It truly was amazing. And we will be holding our Mediums Night on Monday, March 29th from 7 to 9. You can schedule an appointment now with one of our church mediums by emailing healergbcs@hotmail.com. And once confirmed, you can pay for your reading on our website homepage. Our website has a new look. It's up and running, and it was down for a few days with a few issues, but now everything is working just fine. So check out our website, greaterbostonchurchofspiritualism.com. And you'll see the monthly book share is the fourth Thursday of the month. The next one is Thursday, March 25th. That's this week. And the focus is on LGBT issues. The book is Beyond Magenta. And we discuss books about certain issues to help us be more understanding and compassionate. So please come with an open heart and an open mind. And you'll find the link on our website. We have fun Friday game nights coming up the first Friday of the month. That's April 2nd from 7 to 8. And we have a Team Jeopardy game planned. So join us for an hour of fun. And our development classes will begin soon. All students do need to register in advance in order to receive the links for the classes. The mediumship classes begin on Monday. Healing on Wednesday, that's the first week of April. And all of our students will be coming into a Welcome Spring Circle on Zoom, and that's Monday, March 22nd. And when you're signed up for a class, you will get the link. The Introduction to Spiritualism class was scheduled for April 6th, but it's on hold for the moment, waiting for a few more students to sign up. If you're interested, please sign up and let us know. As soon as we have enough students, we will begin that 8-week course that will be held on Tuesday, 7 to 9, but I'm not quite sure about the April 6th start date. We only have a couple of students enrolled. Donations, of course, to the church are appreciated, and they can be made on our website or on Venmo at GBC Spiritualism, and also on Facebook. And know that we greatly appreciate all of your support to keep our church going. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the page, and please share the videos. And now we'll have our closing prayer. Infinite Spirit, beloved God, we give thanks for your love, your peace, your understanding, your compassion, and kindness and joy. Fill us with all of these wonderful things and help us to bring them out into the world. Help us to live in this new season of spring in a place of harmony and balance. Help us to respect all beings and to love our planet, to nurture it, and to nurture all people that we encounter. Help us to be your peace, to be your light, to be your love on this beautiful life on earth. For this life and for your presence within us, we truly give thanks. Amen. God bless you all. Thanks for being with us. Happy spring. See you next week.